I think tigers will shine really, really bright in 2021. So there are three auspicious stars for those of you born under the sign of the tiger. You will have the red matchmaker, you will have the sun, and you have the nobleman star. Now these three stars are top quality, first class ranking positive stars that will be supporting you throughout the year. So hopefully as the tiger, you will be planning for great things in 2021. Listen, just because you have great stars does not guarantee that you have a good year. Okay, many people have this wrong. You gotta have plans and activities so that you could benefit from the usage of these stars. Now, the first one is called Red Matchmaker. This is the number one relationship stars, which means that in general, if you are single and you are looking to build long-term relationships, we want to find someone to share your life with, this will be a great year for that. Even for existing relationships with the red matchmaker, you actually can build better bonds and better affinity with one another. That's why the red matchmaker is one of the most positive relationship stars. Now, of course, remember in relationships, you cannot go about looking for someone ideal or someone to complete your life. That's the wrong approach, okay? Remember, if you're approaching for someone to complete your life, that means you're going to approach love from the perspective of scarcity. That means you are incomplete, you are lacking, therefore someone must come and fill up your misery. No, don't do that. You are going to look for someone to offer your love to. You're look for someone to enjoy life with, okay? Not for the ideal person unless you are also ideal person, okay? The star only indicates the possibility of a connection, but remember, you gotta take that first step. You gotta build that relationship is through efforts, okay? Now, the second star here is called the sun, and sun actually indicates what we call a grand nobleman. Now, from a traditional perspective, most of the books will say that it's a young nobleman for most people whose superiors are males or employees are males that are helpful to you. This perspective is not entirely correct. The sun represents being magnanimous, being able to support other people. So in 2021, strive to become the nobleman in other people's lives, meaning you're going to extend help to others. Now you may think, but I need help. How can I go helping other people when I'm the one that need help? Listen, sometimes we feel a little bit, miserable or we are in need of help. But when we shift the perspective to other people, when we learn to support others and become helpful, become other people's noblemen, our own problems will also diminish. So try this out. This is the power of the sun. And lastly, nobleman star. This actually indicates meeting the right mentors, the right teachers. So if there's any specific areas that you want to improve in life, any type of profession that you want to excel in, any type of career skill set that you actually need, remember, someone has already done that before. Seek that someone out and learn from their experience. It is possible for you this year to find the mentors and find the support that you need. Now, of course, when there are good stars, there are also some stars that are not exactly the most auspicious ones, like this called the bad chi, sky emptiness, robbery star, and solitary star. Now, these stars, the impact is nominal, but it's good to know a little bit about it, just so that you won't go on a negative drive. Remember, with all the positive stars, to bring out the positive effects, one has to stay positive and have an optimistic outlook of life. Okay? Now, these negative stars may enhance your pessimism if in general you have a pessimistic characteristics, right? Bad chi basically means whining, okay? So don't whine so much, right? A lot of people are in that mood of whining because it attracts some attention. Try to avoid doing that, and then you have actually less problems in your life, okay? Actually, there's not that many big problems. It's just that with this star here, you might want to whine a lot. Stop doing that. Because the other star is called sky emptiness. Now, sky emptiness basically makes big plans not come into fruition, okay? So what we will suggest for people with the sign of the tiger in their chart this year is to not have overly large plans, but have more smaller plans, okay? When you have more feasible, smaller plans. It's easier for you to make your dreams come true. Okay. Now the other one is called robbery shot. Robbery shot generally does indicates the possibility of maybe losing a phone, losing one or two items. Maybe you are careless. Just be a little bit careful. It's not a big thing. You're not going to lose huge amounts of money. Just be vigilant, be aware of your belongings and items. And lastly, solitary star. Well, come on, right? Sometimes when we are in a leading position, we might feel a little bit lonely, like we're fighting the battle alone, but it's all right. When you're in that position for helping other people, people will acknowledge it eventually. Okay, so be magnanimous, be looking forward to providing more than just taking in life, and you will be able to maximize all the good fortune that comes with the tiger sign in 2021. Now, when it comes to spiritual energies, there is this star called the Heavenly Punisher. That generally indicates that for this year, if you are pursuing on a spiritual path, there is a certain part of yourself that you need to overcome, that inner voice that tends to be very hard and unforgiving to yourself. Well, you become a bit more aware of that this year. Okay, so once you overcome that inner voice that self-punishes you, you will become more free and be able to excel in whichever path you wish to excel. A lot of times you limit yourself because the inner voice that is happening in you tend to punish you and makes you feel bad. So while you can avoid all the other people who makes you feel bad in the physical world, but in your mental world, that is your own voice. Okay, so this year you might actually be able to become aware of that and therefore be able to change that. Okay, so overall, the tiger is a pretty good animal sign for 2021. Now let's go to specifics, because the tiger can actually appear in your year of birth, and or you can be born in the month of the tiger, or the day of the tiger, as well as the hour of the tiger. Each one of these are different. Now, to get the full details on this and to get your chart, you're going to follow the link that you see on your screen or on the comment section where you're watching this video right now to download your personalized Bazi chart. Okay, there's much more information on the link as well. You can see, go ahead and download that. Now, generally, if you see the tiger in the year represents your friends and your industry, your social circle. So you will meet with a lot of people that are helpful. You might meet some friends who have a good affinity with you because that is the relationship stars in that aspect. So in your industries, that's where you meet the connection. But if you see it in the month, this is the best. That means that in your month, that means in your career this year, the things that you do, you become the go-to person. People will look up to you. So remember, you got to be resourceful now. You're in a position of leadership. Make sure you take that bold step forward and be courageous. Don't be fearful now. Be courageous. Make that step. Help other people and you can excel in your career. If you see the tiger in your day of birth like this, wow, that means your personal relationships will get a boost in 2021. Indicates that relationship-wise, there are many opportunities to share a journey together, to share experience together, to be vulnerable and share your story, because sometimes it's very hard to just, put up a front, right? You can have someone who can share your deepest thoughts and feelings with. And this year, there's an opportunity to do so. And if it's in the hour pillar, the hour above indicates that the people who work for you and with you are of support to you. And if you're looking for a better connection, a relationship to build, these are the people that are generally younger than you or under your care that has a better connection with you. So this is how you get a detailed aspect of your animal sign in your chart. Now, of course, you could have different animal signs. What should you do then? Well, you can watch the other videos that is along with this series for 2021, and or you can follow the link that you see on your screen right now to download the guide for 2021. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon for more videos about the year of the metal ox.